Good morning Year 4. Today's video is a little bit different than your usual videos because what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be going through your reading questions and we're going to be looking at how to answer some of these questions. So you should have a copy of your Romans in Britain study book, and then you should also have your activity book. So you can look at the questions in here and it's amazing if you want to answer those, but the main questions I want you to focus on are the questions in your activity book, and it will usually be 2 pages that we'd like you to answer. So to start off with this, I would strongly suggest that before you even look at your answer booklet where you're going to write your answers in your activity book, I would strongly suggest that you just read both of the pages just to gain a little bit of an understanding about what the questions are going to be. It's the same as if we were doing a reading assessment. First of all, the task is to just read through the text. So I've already done this, but you might want to pause this now and have a read through of the text before you start to answer any questions. Okay, so once you've done that, the style of questions we're going to be looking at today are our retrieval questions. Now, I brought Rex Retriever along because we look at this a lot in class. So we know when we have to retrieve information, we're identifying the key details, and Rex Retriever, if we put our Rex Retriever heads on, he's there to help you go into a text and find the information. So I often say to you in class, we have to almost pretend we're a Labrador Retriever, okay? Think of that word retrieve. So we have to go to the text, the same as a dog would go running for a ball, and we bring it back. So we bring back that information from the text, okay? So we can't make any of it up. We can find direct quotes in the text to help us, so then we know we're definitely getting it right. So you guys all need to become Rex Retriever today to answer these questions. So I'm not going to answer all of the questions, but I'm just going to have a look at a few with you, okay? So let's have a look at question 1. It says, imagine you were trading with the Romans. What might you have bought from the Romans? What might you have given to them in return? Okay, so before I do anything, I'm going to think about the key words in this question. So from the Romans, I might have bought. So I'm looking for that word when I read through the text and find out what sort of things I might have bought from the Romans. In return, I might have given them. Okay, so what am I going to do in return? Okay, so when I read through the text, I'm actually going to look for these words. I'm going to look for the word bought, and I'm going to look for the word return. So I've already read the text once, so I can kind of remember where it is, which is why it's really important to read it first. So I know it's on this page. So now I'm going to start scanning through the text to see if I can find what they brought or what they returned. Oh, okay, so I can see the word here, brought. I can see the word return. So this is the paragraph that I'm going to read to help me with answering these questions. So traders from Rome bought wine, olive oil, dried fruit, and other luxury food. They also brought glass, which could be made into beads, and tools. In return, they took slaves and metals such as gold, silver, tin, copper, and bronze. Okay, so I'm not going to just copy that out word from word. I am going to retrieve some of that information. So from the Romans, I might have bought, well then it's got on here, wine, olive oil, and dried fruit. So I'm going to copy that from the text. I could choose a few different ones because it mentions more on there, but that should be enough to get me a mark for that question. Okay, in return, I might have given them. Okay, so I'm imagining that I'm trading with the Romans. So in return, I might have given them slaves. I might have given them metal, such as gold, silver, tin, copper, or bronze. So I'm going to say I might have given them metal. And if I wanted to use even more evidence from the text, I could say metals such as. So notice how I'm not making any of this up. I'm using what it says in the text. I'm retrieving it from the text, and then I'm bringing it back in my answers. Metals such as gold, silver. Notice how I'm using my commas because I'm writing a list. And I'm just going to put and tin, but there are a few more. You could mention all of them as well. Tin, full stop. Okay, so that would be how to answer that question. Notice how I read back through the book and then I wrote the answers in. Okay, it's absolutely fine to go back to the text and look through it. Then you've got the next question. Be careful with this one, name one thing. So there should only be one thing mentioned there, and it's got the word before underlined as well. So read that question really carefully and read through your text carefully. Okay, the next one I just wanted to have a little look at was question 6 on the next page, because we actually have been given keywords that we need to use when writing our answers to this question. So question 6 says, when did Julius Caesar leave Britain? Why didn't he stay? Use page 5 of the study book and the keywords in the box to help you write your answer. So they've been really kind to us. They've told us that we don't actually need to worry about page 4. We just need to focus on page 5. So let's look back at the question. When did Julius Caesar leave Britain? That's a keyword. I need to know when. Now I know when I'm looking for a when answer, I'm looking for a date. Why didn't he stay? So that's going to be an explanation. There's 2 things I need to find an answer to. Use page 5 of the study book and the keywords. So don't forget about these keywords to help you write your answer. It's absolutely fine if you wanted to do the same as me and highlight or circle or underline the keywords in the text. Okay, so I'm going to read this section here because off the top of my head I can remember that this is where it would need to be, but I could also scan through if I wasn't too sure. So, all that fighting and Caesar still didn't stay. At the end of the summer, he just took some of the hostages and went back to Gaul. This time it was because the people had begun to rebel against him, okay? I could read this bit as well if I'm going to need that. So, let's think about that carefully. So, Caesar left Britain, so I'm going to say when now. Well, it tells me in the text at the end of the summer because he took the hostages and then he went back to Gaul. So that's when he left. So, he left Britain at the end of summer. Summer's there. It's good because I've used one of my keywords. I'm going to cross it off. He left Britain at the end of summer. Oh, okay, and now I'm going to try and get the word Gaul in there, which is a place in France. So at the end of summer, and went back. And I'm just going to put this here because I'm going to save that for my next sentence. To Gaul, it's a place, so it needs a capital letter. Because. So I've answered the when. That's when he went back. Now I need to know why did he go back, okay? And it does tell me that nice and clearly in the text. So I'm not going to write that one out for you. And I'd like to see if you could use the word rebelling in there as well, okay? So I've just gone through a few of the questions, but remember today you are focusing on these retrieval skills. This is pretty much your answer booklet. All your answers will be in this text. You just need to find them. You need to be that retriever. You need to find them, pull them out, and put them into your answer book, okay? If you need any help with these questions today, please email us or ask us on Teams. Good luck, and we'll see how you get on.